Hello and welcome to my channel, Iris Rainbow. I want to talk about the astrology. We're coming into the Virgo full moon, and Saturn is also entering Pisces. And later this month, around the spring equinox and the Aries new moon, Pluto is moving into Aquarius for the first time. So Saturn transits are 2.5 years, around 2 or 3 years, and a Pluto transit is around 20 years. Saturn return occurs around every 30 years, and a Pluto return occurs around every 250 years. So the United States, we just came out of our Pluto return, and we're still emerging from that. The United States, Pluto is in the very final degrees of Capricorn, which is where Pluto has been hovering over the last couple of years with retrogrades and things. So later this month, Pluto will move into Aquarius for a few months and then retrograde back into Capricorn, and then next year move back into Aquarius, where Pluto will reside for 20 years. And with this Virgo full moon that we are entering now, as well as Saturn moving into Pisces, we're going to see a lot of changes. Saturn is the planet of structure and form, and it's what is solid, what is real, what is sturdy, but also what is calcified, what is archaic, what is old, ancient. And Pisces has the energy, being the final sign of the zodiac, of dissolving things. So Saturn has been in Aquarius and then Capricorn, which were both Saturn ruled signs originally. So Saturn is moving out of the sign of his rulership into the watery realm of Pisces, which could be an uncomfortable place for a being that is so heavy and dense as Saturn, to be in the sort of watery, ethereal, light energies of Pisces. Yet we can always work with these different combinations, okay? So with the Virgo full moon, a lot of energies are in the sign of Pisces as well as the sign of Aries, because in Pisces is where we have the sun. We also have Mercury in Pisces, we have Neptune in Pisces, and Saturn preparing to enter into Pisces. Then in Aries we have Venus, Chiron, and Jupiter. And Venus, Chiron, and Jupiter are all very close. We had a Venus-Chiron conjunction, and then the Jupiter-Chiron conjunction is upcoming on the 12th. So Chiron being the wounded healer, and this is in Aries, so it's healing our wound of self. And sometimes, a lot of times when we try to individuate, when we're young, you know, when we're in our adolescence or young adulthood, we're not always able to do that healthily. We're not always in an environment where it's safe to do so. And so sometimes it comes later in life where we get to really find ourselves, and that's a different journey for different people. But with the Chiron in Aries here, especially with Jupiter, which kind of expands whatever it touches, whatever those themes are. So again, wherever you have Aries in your chart, wherever you have Pisces in your chart, is going to be especially important during the time of this Virgo full moon, and these surrounding times as well, because you know, we still have a lot of planetary movement over the next few weeks through Pisces and Aries in the Pisces-Aries season. and this is the end of the astrological year. Pisces is the final season and Aries is the beginning. So astrologically speaking, we're closing out the end of our year, and we're also closing out and beginning major cycles. So some of the archetypes associated with Pluto in Aquarius, some of the themes we're going to be looking at as, you know, I feel like that the boomer generation and the older generations are more closely related to the Saturnian element, and Gen Z and the millennials would be more Uranian, so more collective, more innovative, more outside the box thinking, more original ideas, versus the older generations, which are more traditional. They're more based in religion, law, institution. And so, you know, what we're seeing is a kind of decline in the influence of the older generations as Millennial and Gen Z come of age and get to a place where we are kind of having more say over what is going on in the world. So we're going to see a lot of innovation and move towards collectivism, but also, you know, we still have a lot of things being online, and we still have AI. So we're gonna see with Pluto and Aquarius, we're gonna also see like the dark side of technology, and you know, basically we're entering into kind of a whole new set of problems, or a whole new paradigm, which is good because, you know, it kind of gives us I don't want to say it's a blank canvas, but it does allow us the ability to kind of start over in certain areas, and this is like personal as well as collectively. So it's going to be really interesting to see what unfolds during the time of Pluto and Aquarius over the next 20 years. And of course, Saturn going into Pisces. Again, Saturn has a relation to Aquarius and a relation to Capricorn. And Pisces is very much the opposite of energy in a lot of ways to Saturn. You know, Neptune and Pisces are almost the opposite of like Saturn and Capricorn. And so we're going to see definitely dissolving of certain structures. And again, Capricorn can relate to, you know, business, especially like big business, corporations, the law and institutions, but I think more so like governments and corporations when I think of Capricorn energy, but things which have been around for a very, very long time. And Pisces connects us to the source, the spiritual energy, or the God energy. So the sign of Pisces and the planet Neptune are very creative. So it's like these old systems or these old ways of being are being broken down, and we're being creatively inspired, or intuitively inspired. And also Pisces relates a lot to compassion and empathy. And so yeah, so it can be, you know, it can be an emotional time. It can be a time where a lot of things are ending, but of course we've been through that so much already with COVID and everything that's gone on over the last few years, everything that's currently going on. But we are, you know, heading into a lot of instability, and you know, luckily Pluto is moving into Aquarius, because we're going to need innovative, you know, solutions for the world's problems, kind of the problems that the younger generations have inherited, because these things have not been dealt with. And so just like our generational traumas get passed down, so do our generational social problems, you know, and they continue to get worse the longer that we ignore them. So I guess, you know, buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be a water ride, specifically over the next couple of months. But again, with Saturn moving into Pisces, where it will be for the next about 2.5 years. But yeah, we're looking at, you know, kind of merging. We're again with this Aries and Pisces combination here. It is endings and letting go and releasing and the inspiration, because oftentimes it's, you know, when things are ending that we truly appreciate them, right? Like we don't realize what we have until it's gone oftentimes. So it's when we're in the process of letting go and grieving that we experience a lot of emotions. We may experience a lot of pain, but it is also it re-inspires us, and it gives us something to carry forward with us. It puts us back to what is important and what is our personal mission. So again, just themes around this particular time period that we're looking at right now, around, you know, this Virgo full moon, square Mars and Gemini, with this Saturn moving into Pisces today on the same day, looking at Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron in Aries, and then, you know, preparing for spring and the transition of Pluto into Aquarius for the first time, and the beginning of a whole new, brand new 20-year cycle. So I just wanted to make sure that I got some sort of video out for the Pisces full moon, because it's just such a powerful time. And with Pisces, you know, Pisces is, it rules the 6th house of our health, and Pisces relates to, you know, our day-to-day routines and habits and our sense of care and duty and what is important, and our service to others as well as ourselves and the world. And so this is it's a sensitive energy, you know, it's ruled by Mercury, but I feel like Virgo's a little bit more on the sensitive side, and you know, there can be a lot coming up right now with the sun in Pisces as well. So just navigating those emotional tides, navigating the highs and lows, drinking water, resting, doing what you can to stay positive at this time. All these things are going to help. For me, trying to incorporate drinking more water and just really making sure that I'm drinking enough water every day. So anyways, like I said, I just wanted to get something out, some sort of video for the moon, and I'll have more ASMR videos coming soon. And I would love to continue talking more about the astrology, because you know, I'm really big on the outer planets and the collective movements, and there's a lot of shifts happening this year, this month specifically, but there are other shifts going on this year. The lunar nodes will be changing signs, again putting an emphasis on Aries. The north node will be moving into Aries and the south node into Libra, after the last 2.5 years of being in Taurus and Scorpio. So there's a lot of changes on the horizon, and I want to keep sharing and having this dialogue. I do really enjoy talking about these transits and how they're affecting us on a personal, but especially on a collective level, and really just seeing how all of these energies are going to unfold, and really feeling the empowerment, because the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was 1777 to 1797, and so that was the time of the American Revolution and the French Revolution, and you know, there's a revolution in the air, but it doesn't look like it has before. And you know, we have a lot of power now to consciously create, because of things like social media, and there are all of these new ethical concerns when it comes to AI and technology, but there are also so many ways that we can utilize these tools to help ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically evolve, and also to heal the planet and start, you know, creating a more equitable, fair world, and a world that's not going to completely go up in flames or be destroyed at our own hands. And we have more power than we realize. So on that note, I'm gonna go. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.